ahead to Parliament because Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has admitted two crucial motions filed by the minority. First, the minority wants the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to present for approval government's debt restructuring program. The second motion wants Parliament to conduct an investigation into the National Cathedral-related controversies. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins us with details. First, Kweku, what are the details?
So, Aisha, there are two private members' motions. First, having to do with the debt restructuring program. The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, was in Parliament only a few weeks back to brief MPs on that debt exchange operation. The minority were not so excited with the responses that was given by the Finance Minister. It is their contention that under law, the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is expected to put the full details of both the domestic and external restructuring programs before Parliament for consideration and approval. They say that the minister has not done so yet, and they're expecting him to do so. So, led by their leader, Dr. Kisilatu Forsen, they filed a private members' motion, which has not been admitted. If it goes through, we expect that the Speaker of Parliament would have to direct that the minister puts these documents and this information before Parliament for consideration and approval. The second has to do with the National Cathedral project. Government has sunk in so much of state resources into that project. The minority have always insisted, led by their MP, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, that some underhand dealings have gone on around that project, some specific issues that have gone on which have not been approved by Parliament. And so they've been asking for a parliamentary probe into that matter. That motion has also now been admitted. And so as per Order 78 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, these motions having been admitted, notices would have to be given, and that has been done, and they have been advertised on the order paper of today. The business statement that was presented by the majority leadership for next week does not necessarily have any specific date for these motions to be taken. We know that next week, President Akufo-Addo is expected to appear before Parliament to brief MPs, or actually to deliver the State of the Nation address. And so there's not so much room for some of these motions to be taken. But the minority leader has been at pains to insist that these are very crucial motions that they want to be dealt with as soon as practicable. And so next week, we'll see exactly when this will be taken, if it will be taken at all.
What processes are these motions expected to go through, Kweku?
So ordinarily, once they are listed on the order paper, the movers of the motion will move it will be seconded, it will be debated. And being a simple motion, the winner would have to get a simple majority to be able to get this through. So when it's taken, the debate will happen on both sides. And if the minority are able to marshal all their numbers to be on the floor that day, and they're able to be the majority to that, they are going to get at least Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to present the full details, to present the debt exchange program to Parliament for approval. If the minority are able to succeed again, they will be able to get a committee with members on both sides to form up a committee to deliberate on these matters having to do with the National Cathedral project. And so it's going to be interesting. As soon as next week or the next that follows, the minority are going to insist that these motions are taken. The other point is that there are a number of motions, private members' motions, sometimes having been admitted, listed on the other paper, but it takes so much time and it's never taken. Some of them travel different meetings, they've not been taken. And so it's left to be seen how exactly the seriousness that the minority leadership will attack to these motions and how well they will insist that these motions are taken in Parliament for a debate to happen. Already, we've heard from one NPP MP, the MP for Botiano, English, Yamanfon, Sylvester Tete, who says that these motions have taken them by surprise because last week, when the business statement was presented, these motions were not advertised.
Kweku Asante is our Parliamentary Affairs correspondent. Expect more from Parliament in our subsequent bulletins.